जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय जशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। जशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तेरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की, श्रीमद् भागवतम की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं हयते यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरं नमः। So today we will hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1, text number 38 on the subject matter the history of life of Ajamil. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. śrī-viṣṇudūtā uvaca. śrī-viṣṇudūtā ūcuḥ. yūyaṁ vai dharma-rājasya. yadi nirdeśa-kāriṇaḥ. brūta dharmasya na tattvam. adharmasya lakṣaṇam. śrī-viṣṇudūtā ūcuḥ. yūyaṁ vai dharma-rājasya. yadi nirdeśa-kāriṇaḥ. brūta dharmasya na tattvam. adharmasya lakṣaṇam. śrī-viṣṇudūtā ūcuḥ. yūyaṁ vai dharma-rājasya. yadi nirdeśa-kāriṇaḥ. brūta dharmasya na tattvam. adharmasya lakṣaṇam. Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupāda. The blessed messengers of Lord Viṣṇu, the Viṣṇudūtas said, if you are actually servants of Yamarāja, you must explain to us the meaning of religious principles and the systems of religion. Purport. This inquiry by the Viṣṇudūtas to the Yamadūtas is most important. A servant must know the instructions of his master. The servants of Yamarāja claimed to be carrying out his orders, and therefore the Yamadūtas are very intelligently asked. Therefore the Viṣṇudūtas very intelligently asked them to explain the symptoms of religious and irreligious principles. A Vaishnava knows these principles perfectly well because he is well acquainted with the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Lord says, Sarvadharman paritejya mam ekam saranam braja. Give up all other varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Therefore, surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the actual principle of religion. Those who have surrendered to the principles of material nature instead of to Krishna are all impious regardless of their material position. Unaware of the principles of religion, they do not surrender to Krishna, and therefore they are considered sinful rascals, the lowest of men and fools, bereft of knowledge. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 text 15, Namang duskritanam mudha prapadante naradhama maya aprita jnana asurang bhavamasrita. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. One who has not surrendered unto Krishna does not know the true principle of religion, otherwise he would have surrendered. The question posed by Viṣṇudūtas is very suitable. One who represents someone else must fully know that person's mission. The devotees in the Krishna consciousness movement must therefore be fully aware of the mission of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, otherwise they will be considered foolish. All devotees, especially preachers, must know the philosophy of Krishna consciousness so as not to be embarrassed and insulted when they preach. End of the purport by Srila Prabhupāda. So, this is conversation between Yamadūtas and Viṣṇudūtas. So, Viṣṇudūtas asking about dharma. What is dharma? So, dharma in this Kali Yuga is very confusing and a very misleading subject matter. First of all, dharma has different meanings. Nowadays, dharma in the name of religion, a big subject matter discussed all over the world. Religion. So that is one concept of dharma. If anyone, you pronounce this word dharma, immediately and only they will relate to what? Anybody can speculate? If you pronounce the word dharma, what in general people relate to? Anybody can speculate? Outside, everything discussed through media, news, dharma means what they relate to. Anandita Prabhu? Huh? Not clear? Dharma, as soon as you pronounce the word dharma, people only relate to Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, Christian dharma, Yahudi dharma. Yes or no? Then why you did not tell me that? You did not observe that? You are not observing that? The whole world is going through turmoil, right? The whole world is going through turmoil because of dharma. The Kali Yuga, the dharma which is supposed to show the path. So that has become a subject matter of big disturbance. Okay, let me tell you what dharma stands for different people in different way. One meaning of dharma is religion, which refers to Hindu, Muslim, Christian religion. Or dharma means also people that relate to pious activities, religious pious activities, is not it? Punya karma, dharma karma. Dharma means punya karma, pious activities, yes. And another meaning of dharma means shastriya anusasana, the rulings given in scriptures. That is another meaning of dharma, shastriya anusasana. The rulings given, every religion, they have their scriptures. And every person of that group, they are ruled by their scriptures, irrespective of Hindu, Muslim, Christian. So dharma is regarded as the scriptural rulings. And there is another meaning of dharma, which usually people they do not know and they do not relate to that meaning of dharma. People that don't relate, they don't know. There is another meaning. The word dharma is used for. What is that sometimes dharma is used for? The word dharma. Any of you can speculate? Sanatana dharma, Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, okay. Huh? Dharma means the character. Dharma means, just like we say, what is dharma of Agni? What is dharma of water? The constitutional nature of something, the constitutional nature, which cannot be separated from that substance. You understand? Do the people, when they talk about dharma, do they discuss these things? Nowhere. So that is the biggest problem. That's why the Vedic literature describes. So one has to understand the different aspects or different way the dharma the word dharma been used. First of all, in English, there is no translation of dharma, exact translation. Religion is not real translation of dharma. The dharma, as Prabhu said, the characteristics or the integral principle of that substance which cannot be separated. So that is, I will jump to some conclusive words because that comes along with this. Then I will start explaining you about dharma. The Jaiva dharma has described there is nitya dharma, there is naimitic dharma. Nitya dharma, naimitic dharma of the living entity, the spirit soul. That nature of the spirit soul cannot be separated, but that can appear differently. Nitya dharma, the example is given. What is nitya dharma of water? What is nitya dharma of water? Liquid goes downwards, but when water comes in contact with the cold, then transformed to ice. What it becomes? Liquid, hard. So that is naimitic dharma. One dharma is a nitya dharma, Another dharma is naisargika dharma or naimitic dharma. Why naimitic dharma? Nimitta, because of some dharma you manifest because of nimitta. Because of cold, nimitta, then you are manifesting a different character. You understand? Your original character, nitya dharma, cannot be separated from you, but that can be covered. Just like the water comes in contact with the cold, transformed to hard ice. So his nitya dharma is not manifested. Eternal nature of the spirit soul. So just like the water comes in contact with the cold, manifests a different nature, a hard ice. The same way, spirit soul also manifests a different nature when it comes in contact with the Maya. When spirit soul comes in contact with the Mahamaya, so it changes. It manifests its naimitic dharma, not nitya dharma. The naimitic dharma is manifested. So there are more in this line, but I just give you a basic idea to understand. The whole world should know about the subject matter. Then all these fightings on the basis of religion will be resolved. The people, they know the real meaning of dharma, how dharma cannot be changed. If they would know that, then today Hindu, tomorrow Muslim, today Christian, tomorrow Hindu, how that would happen? If they would know the real nature of the spirit soul, that is one thing. So then, when Viṣṇudūta asked Yamadūtas, brūta dharmasya tattvam yat adharmasya lakṣaṇam, tell us about dharma tattva and symptoms of adharma, or dharma, adharma, tattva and symptoms. In answer, what Yamadūtas said, Yamadūtas, in answer to this question, they replied, Veda pranihita dharma, adharmastad viparjaya. Veda pranihita dharma, adharmastad viparjaya, that which is prescribed in the Vedas constitutes dharma, the religious principles. And the opposite of that is irreligion. So basic understanding is what is recommended in the Veda, that is dharma. Anything opposite to that, that is adharma. So now we will find out what Veda has recommended. What Veda has recommended, how we take the principles given in Veda is dharma. What Veda speaks? Veda speaks about dharma. Veda speaks about what dharma? Veda speaks about what dharma? What dharma? Basic dharma? Vedic dharma? What dharma? Veda speaks of the varnashram dharma. Veda openly, elaborately speaks of the varnashram dharma, and that also sakam varnashram dharma, which is known as karma kanda. 96% Veda speaks about that. So that is one kind of dharma. Follow the Vedic principles to enjoy your life. Because dharma has two purposes. The Vedic literature gives dharma, two kinds of dharma. One dharma you follow, you live here nicely. Another purpose of dharma, you live this place nicely. Which one you prefer? Which one you prefer? To leave this place or to leave this place? So it's confusing. Right? The same dharma meant for two different purposes. Dharma will make you to live here nicely. Dharma will make to live this place nicely. And the dharma also meant to bring you to a constitutional position that Jiber Swarupa hai, Krishner Nityadas. That is ultimate dharma. Ultimate dharma. That's why the Veda speaks about dharma. But what is the essence of Veda speaks about? Veda openly speaks about dharma. But what is the essence of Veda that speaks about? Essence of Veda is not dharma. Essence of Veda is param dharma. What is that? Bhagavata. What is the essence of Veda? Bhagavatam. Vedor tarar galitang phalang sukam mukhadam mrta dharma sanjatam. Is not it? Essence of Veda is Bhagavatam. Veda speaks dharma. What Bhagavatam speaks? Param dharma. Where Bhagavatam says about param dharma? What is param dharma? What? Ki bola? Sabai punsa paro dharma. You know this verse? Sabai punsa paro dharma. Bhagavat starts with this. Sabai punsa paro dharma. Jata bhaktir adhyakaji. The ultimate things to achieve. Dharma, to stay nicely in this material world. Dharma, to get out of the material world. But that is not end of the business of dharma. The purpose of dharma is not to take you out of the material world. That is incomplete. The purpose of dharma is to bring it onto the lotus feet of Krishna. Sabai punsa paro dharma. Dharma brings you your life auspiciousness, mangal, kalyan. By following dharma, your life will become mangalmaya, auspicious. But param dharma brings atyantika mangal. There is mangal and atyantika mangal. The ultimate benefit. What is the ultimate benefit of life? So these things has to be analyzed. People, they do not analyze all these things. They are all bewildered. What is dharma? First of all, for Kali Yuga, what is dharma? For Kali Yuga people, what is dharma? To break all regulative principles, that is dharma. For Kali Yuga people, you are really glorious, established, worshipable. If you just go against Veda, then you are a very glorious person. So that is not for Mudha, Prabhupada saying, for Murkha people. Abhajananting Mang Mudha. So that is the glorious things. So now, the interesting subject matter is that we understand what is the business of dharma, what are the different definitions of dharma, how dharma is understood in different way, and what are the different purposes. In same literature, Veda has given dharma, what is meant, you follow that, you stay happily in this material world. Same Veda gives dharma that you follow, you get out of this material world nicely. And same Veda, very hidden way, not openly, speaks about the real dharma. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedanta krita veda videva saham. The purpose of dharma is to understand me, Lord Krishna. Right? That is the purpose of Veda. So we have to understand that way. So Prabhupada has quoted in his purport, Sarva dharman paritejya mam ekam saranam braja. So let us analyze this most confusing statement of Lord Krishna, most bewildering statement of Lord Krishna. What Krishna comes for to this material world? What is his purpose? What is his purpose? Are Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita. Tell that what he said in Bhagavad Gita. Why he comes? Paritranaya sadhunang vināsaca duskritang dharmasya, to establish dharma. Right? To establish dharma. So Krishna comes. He tells everybody, I am Bhagavan. All of you come. I'll teach you dharma. So everybody comes. Then he speaks whole Bhagavad Gita. Then he tells, Sarva gujjatama bhuya srunume paramam vacha. I told you confidential knowledge. I told you more confidential knowledge. I'll tell you most confidential knowledge. Sarva gujjatama bhuya. I am repeating because I have once told you before. Srunume paramam vacha. My supreme instruction. What is the supreme instruction? Ultimate, the final instruction of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Sarva dharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. So what do you think about this statement? Is Krishna bewildering us or not? Is Krishna cheating us or not? Not cheating. How? He told that I came to establish dharma. But in conclusion he is saying, Sarva dharma paritejya. He wants everybody to surrender him. No problem, very good. But he could have told, Sarva adharma paritejya mam ekam saranam braja. That would sound more palatable, sound more nice, no? Yes or no? Prabhu, what do you think? Why Krishna said, instead of saying Sarva adharma paritejya? Have you heard in any scriptures, anywhere, any literature, any great personalities, they say, give up dharma? Where it has been written? Nowhere. But Krishna is saying, Sarva dharma paritejya. So then question comes, that what does he means by this? Is he saying that Sarva dharma means people will, immediately Hindu people will think that Krishna told, give up Muslim dharma, give up Christian dharma, Yahudi dharma, all become Hindu. That is what people will think in general. Yes or no? At least RSS people will think like that. His father is RSS leader. But how can you justify that Krishna is saying give up Muslim dharma, Christian dharma, Buddhist dharma? What is wrong with? Is it correct? Krishna is saying give up Muslim dharma, Christian dharma. Is it correct or not correct? Yes or no? Use your intelligence. If somebody say, when Krishna says Sarva dharman paritejya means you give up Muslim, Christian, Yahudi dharma, become Hindu. Is it correct or not correct? I say something. Why not correct? Why not correct? Who can say exact real answer to this? My question is different, not give up pious activities. My question is, Krishna saying give up all dharma, why does not mean that he doesn't mean give up Muslim, Christian, Hindu dharma? Answer that. Are Baba, 5,000 years ago, Muslim dharma was existing, Christian dharma was existing. Then how can Krishna say, you are not using your common sense even if they are not existing? And how can he refer to those religion? It's common sense, isn't it? So definitely he did not say that give up Muslim dharma, Christian dharma, those dharmas are not there. He is not referring to that. Then what was he referring to? He so interestingly, if you just see, from layman's point of view, he is saying give up all dharma. Then second line is more interesting. 42nd line, surrender to me, very good. After that, aham tam, more interesting. Dharma you give up. Papa will protect you. I will protect you. Some layman, what will mean by that? Aham tam sarva papa mokhe sami. You do papa, I will protect you. But dharma you give up. Such a confusing statement. That's why don't listen to Krishna. Listen to acharyas, his devotees, who understand what does he mean by this. By hearing Krishna will not understand. By hearing the acharyas, then you understand. What does he mean? That sarva dharman paritejya. And where Bhagavad Gita ends, Bhagavatam starts. Bhagavatam starts from there. Krishna ended last instruction, very confusing instruction, sarva dharman paritejya. That sentence is elaborating in Bhagavatam. The last verse, Bhagavad Gita, sarva dharman paritejya. And the beginning of Bhagavatam is dharma prajita. Same thing. Bhagavad ends, give up dharma. Gita says, give up dharma. And Bhagavad says, reject dharma. Both are main literatures. Main literature, the essence of Veda. Veda pranihita dharma. Veda is dharma. And the essence of Veda, what is saying? Give up dharma. Conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavatam starts, dharma prajita, reject dharma. What kind of dharma? Dharma prajita kaitava. The cheating dharma. What are the cheating dharma? You do religious activities. You do dharma. Then you get artha, economic development. Then when you get artha, what you do with that? Give to ISKCON donation. Go to big bazaar. Dharma, artha, kama. The kama, you are tired of kama, you will never satiated. Okay, moksha. The four principles of life. Chaturvarga, Chari Purushartha. Who speaks about this? Who speaks about this? Veda. Vedic literature tells us about dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Yes or no? Right? The teachings of Veda, the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But Bhagavad beginning saying they are all cheating. If you do dharma to get artha, Bhagavad saying dharmasya hi apavargasya nartha arthaya upakalpate. The purpose of dharma is not artha. Purpose of dharma is paramartha. The real power, real dharma. Two dharma. One dharma is artha, another dharma is paramartha. Yes? One purpose of dharma is to get some artha. That is recommended in the scriptures. Veda speaks about varnasrama. Veda speaks about sakam karma. Veda speaks about karma kanda. Veda speaks about jnana kanda. But what Bhagavat says? Karma kanda, jnana kanda, sakale visarvanda. The poison, pot full with poison. So we have to analyze all these things, understand what the real dharma. If Veda pranihita dharma, Veda speaking one thing, essence of Veda speaking another thing, then what is the purpose of giving all this karma kanda? If that is rejected now, the purpose of dharma is not economic development, then why it is given in Veda? If karma kanda, jnana kanda, Veda speaks mostly karma kanda, jnana kanda, hardly you find any bhakti in Veda, very little bit here and there, very hidden form. Veda speaks about the real dharma, which has been revealed more elaborately in Srimad Bhagavatam. So why then, who spoke Veda? Bhagavan spoke Veda. We are telling those that are worshipping demigods, they are foolish people. Krishna saying Bhagavad Gita, na? What is that verse? Kamasthita hritajnana jadanta anna devataha. Those they have lost their intelligence. They worship the demigods. Antavatu phalvatesam tadbhavatang alpamadasam. Foolish people. But who told us to worship devatas? Where we learned it from? Which scripture says you worship Shiva, Kali, Durga, Indra, Chandra, Varun? Which scripture says this? Where it is mentioned? Is it mentioned in scripture or not? Yes or no? Why are you afraid of saying? Yes. Where? Veda. Who spoke Veda? Bhagavan spoke Veda only. Krishna spoke Veda. Now you are saying you are fool. Your intelligence lost. You are worshipping all these devatas. How to reconcile these things? That's why you have to read Prabhupada's books. Prabhupada reconciled. Prabhupada saying, Krishna comes, I am Bhagavan, worship me. Material world, nobody wants to worship anybody. Everybody is Bhagavan. Our philosophy is everybody Bhagavan, yes sir? Right? All Bhagavan. Even if the followers of Veda, they are propagating. Janata Janardana, or Modi Sahib always says Janata Janardana, Jai Jiv Sai Shiv, Daridra Narayan, right? Jiva Jnana Shiva, all these things. Our core philosophy is spoken by Hindus, that everybody is Bhagavan. They don't have to accept anything. I am Bhagavan, why I accept somebody else? So Krishna comes. No. I am Bhagavan. You worship me. If I worship you, what shall I get? If I worship Bhagavan, what shall I get? What reply Krishna will give? I will give my mercy to you. I will give my mercy. You will get my mercy. Okay, if I get your mercy, then what will happen to me? I will become more closer to you. Anything else? Will come to me. Anything else? Before he come closer to you, before he bring you back to you, the first instruction he is saying that as soon as you worship me, you will lose whatever you have. Are you prepared for that? You are saying you will go closer to Krishna, go back to Godhead. What you will face the first step? Krishna is saying, Jad aham anugrahami, harisya tad dhanam sanahi, tato dhanam tajantasya, sojanam dukkha dukkhanam. Have you heard this verse? Jad aham anugrahami. If I give my blessing to somebody, then whatever you have, you will lose everything. Anybody will worship Krishna? Oh, really like this? Okay, Hare Krishna, hit the road. I am not going to worship you. So Krishna is in a big problem now. What to do? I came to deliver these people. But they don't want to accept. They don't think that anybody is higher than them. Anybody is worshipable. Okay, you want to worship somebody. If you get from me, you don't get anything. Anything material you will not get. But unless you get something, you will not worship. So how to develop this mood of worshipping somebody? With these living entities? How to make them understand something bigger than you? You are not the Bhagavan. But you have a adat, you are only interested to worship somebody, you get something from them. Okay, now you have all these devatas. You worship them. You will get something from them. You do yajna, you will get something them. So what Krishna did? You know quinine? Have you heard quinine? Long before, there's a quinine tablet. It's malaria, we used to take quinine tablet, very bitter. The bitter medicine nobody wants to take. So what they do? They put a sugar. They call it sugar-coated quinine. Sugar-coated quinine. So Krishna made sugar-coated quinine. Because it's very bitter for people. So he coated a little bit. Then he put this karma kanda, worshipping the demigods, all these things. So like this, so we have to analyze all the subject matters. Then understand what is the real purpose of life, what is the real dharma to follow. So Prabhupada has analyzed all these things. So that is the reason why whole world is understanding. We are confused. The very word of dharma is confusing, has created confusion among the human society. And if you read Prabhupada's books, all these things so clear. Sabai punsa paro dharma has been established. Purpose of dharma is not only among Hindus. Among every religion, same things. Hindus, they say you do pious activities, you go to heaven. There is Nandan Kanan is there. Parijat flower is there. Rambha, Menaka, Apsaras is there. You will enjoy. Then people who are supposed to do all non-Vedic activities, then they get a little bit allured. Wow, really? I will get all these things. So okay, I will follow Veda. I will follow Veda. Because I will get all these things. You understand? They would not follow Veda. They say, I will follow Veda because I will get all these things. Okay, then you have to follow many rules, regulations, restrictions. So let people come at least a human platform. Instead of performing unrestricted activities for sense gratification, perform restricted activities, understand, for sense gratification. So Veda recommends restricted activities, brūta, tyaga, tapasya, by dint of which you achieve Swarga Sukha for Hindus. All the paris, apsaras are there. Then what Christian community they say? Same thing. You do pious activities, you go to heaven, then all angels are there. What Muslim dharma says? Same thing. You will go to Behaste, they say Behaste, and 70 virgin girl is waiting for you there. That is the purpose of dharma. That is been taught by all the religions. That is purpose of dharma. Veda also speaks something. Veda also initially speaks something. But core of Veda is different. That's why Krishna is saying, Traigunna Visaya Veda Nishtragunna Bhava Arjuna. Arjuna, go beyond the modes of material nature. That's what he is saying. See, all this dharma, varnashram dharma, what is based on? Based on modes of material nature. Right? What is Brahman? Mode of goodness. What is Kshatriya? Mode of passion. What is Vaishya? Mode of passion and ignorance. What is Shudra? Mode of ignorance. The whole varnashram is based on modes of material nature. Veda starts from this. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also starting his instruction from this. Sakam karma. Krishna told Arjuna, you must fight. But what was his, at the end he told Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamaka. At the beginning he could have told. But at the beginning what he said? What he said? He told also, you fight. He said, if I fight, I may be victorious, may not be victorious. Because whether victorious or not victorious, you fight. Both are good for you. If you conquer, then you enjoy. What you enjoy? Your kingdom. You enjoy. Krishna said that? Yes or no? You agree? If you die, then enjoy. What is that? Sakam or niskam? Sakam or niskam? So what Krishna telling to Arjuna? You start your life with that. Why? Because by that you following the regulative principles. I mean scripture. So much of Krishna telling also to follow your varna ashram. If in your varna there is wrong things you are doing, still you do it. But at least you follow the scriptures. You follow the scriptures. So in this Krishna Bhagavan gradually bringing us. He makes us to live here nicely. Then he gives us knowledge how to live this place nicely. Then he gives us knowledge how to surrender at his lotus feet nicely. So three kinds of dharma. Yes? One is karma, do good karma, dharma, stay here nicely. One is jnana, by jnana get out of this place nicely. One is bhakti, dharma, you reach there nicely. Sabai punsa, paro dharma. So what is param dharma? Akshay Prabhu? Akshay Prabhu, what is param dharma? What is param dharma? Bhakti. Bhakti to your father, mother. Desha bhakti. You have to be very, very careful for this because people will take it like that. Pitru bhakti, matru bhakti, desha bhakti. That is what happening. Everybody misled like this. Bhakti means not to, when Prabhupada says bhakti to Bhagavan, don't say bhakti to Krishna. Krishna bhakti. Krishna bhakti kahle sarva karma krita hai. It is like that, no? Sabai punsa, So these are all the dharma intricacy of dharma, that overall, the holistic understanding of dharma, one has to analyze. Then you will reach the conclusion. Otherwise, dharma is very misleading subject matter. That's why I tell always, those that don't accept dharma, they don't accept God, Nastik. They are very peaceful. Their life is most peaceful life. You accept God means your life is miserable. Yes. God, I accept God. He is sakar or nirakar, confusion. If he is sakar, if he is nirakar, no problem. He is nirakar, they are peaceful. If he is sakar, then confusion. Indra, Chandra, Varun, Shiv, Kali, Durga, who is God? Very confusion. Oh, who is Shiv, Kali, Durga, we have not seen. Now the new God, we can see them directly on the face to face. So they are the God. So those that are Nastik, they are sleeping very peacefully. Now all the Astiks, they are fighting with each other. Right? They are all confused. What is what? So this is a very delicate subject matter. That is the reason why so much unrest in our society now. The basic root cause of unrest in the society is dharma and Bhagavan. That has to be resolved. And Srila Prabhupada's books only can resolve that. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, Prithivite dharma name jata kichu chale, Bhagavata kahe sab paripurna chale. The whole world, whatever is going in the name of dharma, Bhagavata clearly mentioned is cheating dharma. The adharma is cheating, dharma is cheating. So that is why. So that is the reason why our Goswamis, Sada Goswamis, they came and they studied all the literatures, went through a lot of austerities. Then they presented the essence. Nana Shastra Vicharaneka Nipuno Sadharma Sanstapako. Nana Shastra Vicharaneka Nipuno. They are expert in analyzing all the literatures and establishing Sadharma. That is dharma. Sat dharma. Sabai punsa paro dharma. Jiber Swarupa hai, Krishna tas paro real dharma. So these analyses are there. If you read Gita, Bhagavata, Chaitanya Charitamrita, then we understand. Even if Yamadutta said Veda pranihita dharma, adharma, that itself also not clear to people, unless it is described properly. The context of previous subject and future subject matters. When you speak something, if you speak only on that word, that sentence, you don't get the real picture. You have to take the overall, what previously spoken, what afterwards spoken, then you understand what dharma it is. Okay? So dharma is bewildering, yes or no? But what I spoke is more bewildering also. If you have not understood. So, and conclusion is, the real dharma is to surrender to Krishna, not in the name of dharma, that we get some economic development, sense gratification. That is not the real purpose of dharma. That is the conclusion. That is clear? Is that clear to you? Okay. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupāda ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gaur Premanande.